recording here again. Okay, so just to recap, folks who are catching this on the recording, we're going through why you need to do SEO first. This guy we got to via a Google ad. Probably cost $10 for me to get there, and it would take me an hour and a half to get to his office. Bad use of resources. Okay, so this is the really common thing that you see, is when somebody is paying money, I've got to back up one more time, to be on the front page, very often they're making simple mistakes about where they should be, because if you weren't making those mistakes in SEO, you'd already be getting patients, and then you could just throw some gas on the fire and start paying for ad space as well. Okay? And that's what we're seeing here, functionally. Okay? Now, when it comes to what you need to do to make your website more search engine optimized and how you can do that, you guys can go ahead and take a look at a lot of my other videos where I covered that in detail, or I will tell you all that information for free in a strategy session, which you can sign up for down below. But let's go ahead and cover some other reasons why you really, really need to focus on SEO first. Okay, so number one, free traffic. Number two, have you guys ever taken a look at, let's do Facebook business terms of service, okay? The Facebook business terms of service, okay? This nice, big, long document, which actually isn't that long anymore. What you're gonna find if you read this document is that a lot of the things that Facebook wants you to do is actually structural stuff that you will be able to figure out if you do things like page speed optimize your website. So let's just pick a random website that I've looked at before here, okay? And that's because you have to follow the rules of the internet, kind of, which is basically SEO, before Facebook will give you that preferential treatment that's getting Dr. Jones up the street 150 new patients every month off of his Facebook ads, right? He already has a website that follows the rules, so when he drives traffic to that website, utilizing Google search or Facebook ads or Google ads or YouTube ads, right? He's already following the terms of service, so he doesn't get knocked into the bottom of the barrel when he's running those ads, because that's actually what happens. Facebook will still take your money. They will just show that ad to significantly less people, like 1/10 of the people that would normally see it. That's why, like, if you take a high-level Facebook ads course, the first thing they 80% of what they cover is how to follow the rules so that you actually get traffic and so that your site doesn't get banned. Okay? Because those are the two major problems that a lot of people have. Okay? So if you go here, right, and you run a page speed test on your site, this will show you a lot of the rules that you're breaking right off the bat. Now, that does not mean you've actually followed all of them. So for instance, if I go to my website, mountainmandigital.com, and we scroll down here, we actually have two of the most important items that you need to follow these rules to get appropriate authority when you're on Facebook or Google. Okay? A terms and conditions page, which follows all of the rules that Facebook wants you to follow, and a sitemap. Okay? These are two very, very, very important things that you need so that Facebook spiders and Google spiders, the little algorithms that look at your site, know where everything is, know how it's set up, and know that you are going to follow their rules. That's what the terms and conditions are for. Okay? And you can find all this stuff online. It's relatively easy to do, etc., etc. Oh, privacy policy, of course, as well. Thanks to Citizens United, you got to have one of those. But those are the things you really, really need. And they're all just SEO, right? These are the things that if you follow these rules, Google puts your site ahead of the other guys that don't, okay? If you have a site that's page speed optimized, I closed the page speed optimization page, they're going to put you ahead of folks that don't, okay? And for a lot of you guys listening, you're probably noticing, man, I don't follow any of these rules right now. And that's exactly it. Most business owners don't know about this stuff, so they're not doing it. So if you just show up, do a little bit of work, and your site follows these rules, you're going to be head and shoulders above of everybody else. It really is that simple. All right, guys, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give it a like. Be sure to share it with any other business owners that you think might find it useful. And I'll see you guys in the next one.